The thing is, I would go to these schools, and I would work with maybe 10, 15 kids. But there are like 300 kids in the school. And if you have one white American guy coming, everybody is going to know who he is. And I only know the 10 kids that I'm teaching. And so I'm walking around the township, and all of a sudden this kid's like, "Hey, Mateo!" I'm like, what the fart? What the hay balls is Mateo? Turns out it's the first gospel in Kosovo. Mateo! So, any Matthews out there? You go to South Africa, they're going to call you Mateo. It's the coolest name ever. I think I'm going to legally change my name, or at least my Facebook name. Because everybody on Facebook has a middle name in quotes. Matthew Mateo Jackson. It means I'm cultured. But everybody knew who I was. And I didn't know who everybody was. And that actually made me feel pretty bad. Because somebody would greet me as if I was their long-lost soulmate. I would be on a run, and I would pass this guy who I did not know and did not recognize. And then I would pass by him, and he'd be like, "Hey, Mateo!" And I'd be like, "Hey, who are you?" And what's crazy is that sometimes that was actually their name. You know you've been in Africa way too long when Spokane looks like an African word. Spokane. Native American names actually line up with African names really well. Like especially for like African storytelling, like the onomatopoeia, you know, and as like the lion is walking through the grass, it's like Spokane, 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 Spokane. And you get like and then he sees his prey and he starts in like a little jog, you know, like Tukwila, 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 Tukwila. And then he gets into a full sprint, Yakima, 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 Yakima. So everybody knew who I was, and I felt bad that I didn't know them. But sometimes it actually really irked me, because there was a Rhodes student. Rhodes is the university in Grahamstown. It's about 7,000 students, so it's pretty sizable. So obviously, it's not like Whitworth where you literally know everyone. And that's a good and a bad thing. But Rhodes was big enough that I had no idea who quite a few of the people were. But they all seemed to know that I was American. And they have, like, the theater department especially, because the company I was working with was housed in the Rhodes theater department. So we were on the college campus. And they have the system that's actually even more fancy than the United States. They don't just have cards to, like, and you get in the building. They have a fingerprint system. People are like, whoa. That's like the FBI. No. So you can't even borrow your friend's hand and just like get in there. Ha! Going into their door now. It has to be you. And this is a pretty secure system, but you do run into problems because you have times when a non-theater student, so maybe they're not registered as a drama student, trying to get into the drama department for a play that they're rehearsing. And so they always ask you, "Oh, man, I can't get in, sorry. Do you have a finger?" Yeah, I have 10. Sweet, well, will you finger me? Sorry, I think we should at least know our names first. I'm Matthew. Oh, to get in the building! Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. So the system does have its downsides. But everybody, not just the theater department, every single department seemed to know I was like the token American in Grahamstown. And the problem with this is that they might not even know who I am. They might not even know my name. And but they will know that I'm American. And they can just say, "Oh, what's up, American?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, South African?" It doesn't have the same weight. Like, I could be talking to them or the person next to me. It's not fair. And so this one girl was And this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with here tonight. But this girl is walking. She's walking towards me, and she must have seen me somewhere before. And she's talking really loudly to her friend, and we're quite a distance away, so I can hear her. And she says, "So I told her, and she knows I really like American guys." And luckily, she was far enough away that I actually had time to respond before we had passed, you know? And so as she says this, like, "I really like American guys," and I turned to her and I was like, "Honey, so do I."